hopefully we should be live. Let me just test the audio really quick. Hopefully we should be live. Let me just test the audio really quick. Hopefully we should be live. Yeah, before I drive myself crazy by hearing a bunch of echoes. Let's begin. Um, what's up, everybody? I know I've been absent for like 2 months. I swear to God, the last stream I did was in June. It was The Witcher 3, which I will get back into eventually. And before that, I was working on another game. It was a top-down 2D roguelike. I'll be honest with you, I kind of got bored with that because I didn't really know a clear direction where it was going to go. That, and I got my butt handed to me with a bunch of, I was terrible at Enter the Gungeon, so I decided to take matters into my own hands and create another game, which I'll be talking about shortly. Hey, how's it going, Fear Titan? Sorry for the long absence. Oh, and another reason I was absent for a while is because House of the Dragon Season 2 was, I was so caught into that. And I will be giving my season recap, as soon as the finale airs. So I'll probably I'll let all that sink in for like a week, and then I'll, uh, do a live stream here and export it to my YouTube channel. That's where all my videos go. So if you haven't already, go to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. I totally appreciate it. All right. So with that out of the way, so yeah, that's where I've been. So you're probably wondering, what do I have in front of me? Well, this is the game called Bubble Tank Frenzy, and it is loosely inspired by a bubble shooter game that I've been religiously playing on my Facebook channel. There's nothing really to hide here. So as you can see, this game here is called Bubble Shooter. And I've been severely addicted to this game for the past 2 years. So the goal here is to knock down bubbles in the same color. So you shoot a bubble, and if it matches the colors 3 or more, pop. So I wanted to create a roguelike with the same mechanics as this game here. Now there's just one issue. Before I had this idea, I tried to find something like this on Steam. I just couldn't. The only game that was there was Bubble Shooter FX, which really wasn't what I was looking for. It's basically this, but on Steam, and it looked abandoned when I played it. So I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Do I create my own game? Or do I just wait till somebody else does it? Well, of course the answer is to create my own game. So, I do have game development skills at this point. I'm not like an expert, but I'm like getting there, presumably. So, what did I decide to do? I decided to finally start working on a 3D roguelike tank shooter. Now, initially my idea was to use my existing code and make it a 2D project, but then I was like, wait, why don't I make it 3D? It'll be way more interesting. And hence, Bubble Tank Frenzy was born. Okay. Get out of that. So yeah, that's basically what this is. Now, I've been working on this off screen. I'll show you exactly what I have so far. Now this is a prototype level, so a lot of this is subject to change. So as you can see, I don't have any purple bullets or bubbles, but I do have like a lot of green bullets, interestingly enough. So this is a tank, prototype tank, and as you can see, there's a laser guidance system and a pointer that gives you hints on what exactly you're going to be shooting. all this is like rudimentary. And they all use the same material because to create that illusion. Now the reason it's a bit jittery right now is either it's because I'm recording it or something else. I have to figure out why that's happening. So as you can see, there's a bar down here that accommodates for streaks. So whenever you shoot the correct bubble, and the correct bubble is like, okay, so your colors match, and you do that for like at least, I believe 10 times. I have to put a count here. I think I set it for 10. So if you get like 10 perfect shots in a row, well, you'll get a silver bubble, which I have implemented, but the way I had it implemented before, setting up the streak system, was it just appeared randomly at a low percentage. And I decided to go against that because I thought that would make it too easy. And the way silver bullets work is whichever bubble it touches gets destroyed. So it doesn't have to be of that color. It's basically a variable color, and it destroys that bubble. And it keeps doing that for every, because like a red bullet can only destroy a red bubble, right? I don't know why some of these are going through the collision sphere. I gotta figure that out too, because that does look a bit weird. And why is my frame rate muted? Okay, you know what? I know how to fix that. So let's I'm gonna assume you know something about Unity. This is not like a beginner stream. And all this was built by me, straight off the dome. Okay, so I have it set here, so I'm gonna like disable this and see if that fixes anything. So if that like reduces the jitter, because it's kind of driving me nuts, not gonna lie. Okay, so so we have it set for 10. Yeah, I thought it was like more than that, but that actually makes sense. I should probably put like a number or something that indicates the streak. I feel like that'd be good. Just peachy. It's still jittering. Maybe it's not for you, but for me it kind of is. I don't know why. And I have like a 3070 RTX. So theoretically it shouldn't be doing that. Okay. So the goal today is just to introduce this game, what it's about. I don't, and we're gonna like, um, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like I'm gonna like start building stuff. Yeah. Okay, well, in all seriousness, no, I'm gonna like start creating the main menu screen because there's no way, because all that happens right now is you get like, this is like the first level, so you just pop into here. But what I want to do instead of that is I want to actually create a main menu where you can either start a new game, pick a certain, level, because this is just a test level. I'm going to create way more levels than this. Right now I'm just on the gray boxing phase. And what else am I going to do? I have no idea. I'm just decide to pop right in front of a computer and start streaming just randomly. So, yeah. That's where my headspace is at. You could a tutorial Yeah. I mean, like, are you talking about a game development tutorial or something else, or like a tutorial level? I guess I could do a game development tutorial, but that's like later on. I have to actually structure that a bit better. I'm probably not gonna live stream a tutorial. Oh, tutorial level. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So, yes, a tutorial level is definitely something I can do. But honestly, today I just want to keep it light. So I'm gonna start with the main menu. I know that's a bit like, I don't want to say cliche, but you know, it's a bit too easy. Well, because I just started streaming again, so and but yeah, like I feel like a main menu is something I had on my radar for a while, so I'm gonna start there. Okay, so why don't we do this? Why don't we create a new scene, and it's gonna be a basic built-in, and I'm gonna save this as main menu. I don't even know where it is. Goddamn. Let's see. Oh. Okay, so it's gonna be 2D for the most part. If I remove the wait, if I disable this, what happens? If I disable the main camera, what happens? Nothing. Huh. We'll do like a solid color because there's like no skybox here. Directional light. Do we really need a directional light? I don't think we do, right? Probably not. Okay, so let me see if I have that still here. Help me create a main menu scene. AI? AI. Wait, AI? Are you talking about like uh NPCs or something else? Sorry, I just like woke up and my brain is like semi half functioning. So I'm still processing things as time goes on. Oh, for the bubbles. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the bubbles are it's a very simple all they're really programmed to do is to follow you around. Um let's see. So and their goal is to just overwhelm you. I will have to create another enemy, let's see, a boss bubble AI which changes its colors. So that's like way down the timeline. So I haven't even decided how I want to do that yet. And that's actually where you can take damage, and that bubble will also shoot bullets at you. So like you actually have like health and stuff like that. Okay, so I do like this UI sci-fi pack. Yes, I know, this is a pretty lit sci-fi pack. So I'm gonna save what I have here before I switch to that scene. And they have like a whole bunch of stuff regarding panels and whatnot. So we're gonna definitely use something from there. So as you can see, Which one do I have enabled here? Okay, that I don't need. So icon buttons, let's see. I'm just gonna look through all these like super fast. I don't know, man. For the life of me, I can't work in silence. I'm gonna put in my channel's theme music. I'm kidding. It's just a random playlist I found on YouTube. Let me know if the background noise is too distracting. Okay, so here are the buttons. So we just have to figure out which color to use, and I do like this color. I do like these. Maybe these. Maybe these. I'm trying to think here. I don't want to like do anything too complicated. What's this? Okay, actually I like these better. And I can easily tell you right now that this button here is the one I want to use. So start. So what did I say here? Let's see. We got new game, load game, and exit. So there's 3 buttons here. Or actually, wait, these are literally menu buttons. Or we can actually use these. There's no hard rule for which buttons to use, so we'll just pick something. So I can say, okay, new game, load game, exit. And I guess we can make this one a tutorial. So let me actually go in here and see. So here's how we'll do this. We'll take this one. I'm sorry. New game, load game. No. New game, load game. New game, load game. Tutorial, exit. Okay. Actually, I feel like green would be better for new game, so let's pick that one. Wait, hold on. So let's unpack this because I don't really want this to be a prefab. Let's rename this to the names that my personal ChatGPT assistant suggested. And I just had it set for renaming it, presumably. Okay, so that's the new game button. I already forgot what we call. Okay, so that's the green one. Okay. Load game, I guess we can make purple. And I just lost it. So I'll go in my prefabs and just unpack that completely. Same thing I did with here. And rename this to whatchamacallit, load game button. There we go. So got new game, load game. We'll do a tutorial button. I mean, that was a good suggestion, so I'm just gonna figure out where that is. Take that right there. And how am I even doing that? So load game button. So instead of doing like a load game, we would do like tutorial. Okay, so this one right here is actually the one we want to change. So let's rename that to tutorial button. Alright, there we go. Wait a sec, but I don't want this prefabbed, so I'm gonna just unpack that completely. And we do want an exit button. And what better color would we use than Red. It says it's red, so I'll just go with that. I'm not a UI UX designer, so what does it want me to call it? Exit button. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, so we have all our buttons. The thing is, we don't want to... And once again, let's just unpack this completely. I don't know what... Oh, that's what that is. Okay, we don't want to mess with that. Okay, so now we got the buttons, which is super important. But we do want a panel. And I don't think it's in the scene specifically. It's this. Yeah, it's definitely not in this one. Let's see if it's in another one. When working with third-party assets, it's always like important to know where things are. Components, these are components. But what's this? Scenes, demo. I don't want to save this one because just don't. Is there anything regarding panels? Wait a sec. What am I even doing? Let's go back to my scenes folder and my main menu scene. Don't want to save. The background, we have a bunch of pictures here so we could actually choose. But the thing is, we can actually make this more opaque. Does it not know what? Okay. There. Looks good, right? This works straight out of the box. That's great. I'm gonna call this main menu panel, or if it has a better suggestion, create a panel. But it doesn't exactly say what I should name it. What I can name it. So it literally just and I guess we can add our buttons from here. So let's do like new game. For some odd reason, it's not showing up here. Why is this invisible? Hold on. Let me see. Oh, give me one sec. I do need a panel in here. Maybe I'm missing a step here. Hold on. Sometimes that happens. Why is this not... Wait, what? You know what? I feel like I'm... Oh. Oh, there we go. Should actually be a child of that. Oh, okay, so I think I know what I'm doing. I think I know what I'm doing. Actually, that is actually true here. I actually don't know what I'm doing. New game button. So where do we even place this? Oh, why is it all the way up there? Obviously, we'll have to change the name of these. Not gonna be, the name's not like finalized or anything. And we'll have to like stretch it out and whatnot. So we'll worry about all that. Well, the main important thing now is just to get everything on here, on the screen. It's the thing I'm focused on now, at the very least. Okay. There's one more button I'm missing, and that's so new, exit, load. How do we load a game? I consider that to be somewhat important, otherwise the game's completely unplayable. Just saying. Imagine just all my, like, my entire focus is just, like, getting this on here. Okay. Alright, let's get the respective names on there. For the new game button, which is what this is, I'm gonna have to set the text to, new game. How does that look? Okay, I mean, it looks how it should. Okay, so this right here is the tutorial. Load game, which I guess is, I guess what this is. And, this will be exit. Now this is a bit out of order, so let's rearrange these. So new game should come first, load game should come first, tutorial, it doesn't really matter where we put the tutorial level, or anywhere really, but just for right now, it's like, I'm more interested in like the new game, tutorial, exit, and, you know, all that other stuff. So let's do that. Let's try and see how this looks first. Actually, while we're at it, let's change the background here of this panel. I want to do, I guess I should have done this first, in retrospect. Let's do like a blue background. Okay, I feel like that's somewhat legit. Main camera, we'll make that black. This actually, let's do, I don't know, I feel like something like, I don't know, that makes me want to throw up, honestly. No, that makes it worse. Actually, I like the black background. I feel like this could work for now. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to move this to center right here. I guess we could do the same for all the other ones. Exit button should go all the way down here. Because imagine if the player just exits prematurely, then yeah, that would not be good. So we want to make sure it's something they want to do. Tutorial button, I guess we could sort of make that the first one. I saw something not too long ago. It's called a button group, and it essentially groups the buttons together. Okay, so I want to group these buttons in a vertical layout. And apparently this is how you do it. So create an empty game object and call it button group without the space. And let's see, what does it want me to do? Vertical layout group. Okay, so and set your preferences, padding, spacing. Okay, so then drag and drop your new game. Okay, so let's drag and drop all our buttons into this group. And I feel like that'd be way better than what I had before. So now it's like somewhat spaced better, I guess. Child alignment, upper center. No, let's do upper left. Spacing. Spacing? I don't know if I want to do spacing. Okay, so adjust button sizes. You may need to add a content size filter. Alright, let me actually do that. So each of these needs a content size filter. Oh, that's not. I don't want to do that then. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Some of the suggestions are just bad. I'm not gonna be shy to admit. But I do like putting it all in a button group. Which honestly kind of doesn't make sense here because why would it? Cheap viewers on? Yeah, no, I don't want that, dude. No cheap viewers, not interested. This is I'm a YouTuber, not a Twitch streamer. That's just a fact. I don't like bots. Bots are evil. Anyhow. Alright, why don't we now look into setting up a course of action for these buttons. So before I do any of that, I'm just gonna move all this stuff into here. I don't know why it is. Whenever I start a new project, I always end up making a mess out of and I just have to go back in and clean all of it, so yeah. I do this to myself. Alright, so why don't we now, so this is actually where we would create that script ultimately. But where does it want me to attach it though? Okay, so you can also create a script, blah 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 blah. I don't want to do, wait, that's not what I want to do. Okay, so we would have to attach it to the canvas. Actually, the easiest way to do that is to do it from here. We'll call it main menu. Oh, you know what? I'm forgetting something very crucial. I'll tell you what that is in a minute. So before we do any of that, why don't we just move this down a bit and add a title. Let's see, create UI, TextMesh Pro. It's up here. game I'm going to call it is Bubble Tank Frenzy. Right? I'm gonna auto size it because I do want it to take up somewhat space of a decent space, like so. Like that. I am a legend. Let's make this a little more exciting, because I feel like it's not exciting enough. And let's do like, let's look at the fonts we have. Play bold. You can actually see where each thing comes from. You can spend all day working on fonts, honestly, but at the same time, it's like, is that really what I'm doing today? I guess it would be, right? Let's make this a little bigger. I do want this all centered. Nope. Nope. Yes. So now, kind of gets to the point of what we're doing. Now, in order to load game, we'll get to that in like a second. But in order to load a game, you have to save a game. So, which I need a system to save games. So, I do remember somebody mentioning here of a third-party asset that allows you to easily do that. So, I'm gonna just use that. I'm gonna just use that instead. Sorry, got a bit distracted. Alright, why don't we, let's see, I'm gonna call this title text. Okay. So new game will take you right to that scene. So first, let's add this to our build settings. Let's make this the first one that actually appears. Alright. And that's literally all you have to do here. Trying to think about what I have to do next. Okay, so now let's actually like set up the script. But you have to attach it to this panel. Or wait a minute, do we attach to the canvas or the panel? What does it want me to do here? You know, set the manager buttons, blah blah blah. Okay, kind of already do that. Okay, so it says here, script main menu. Okay, so the canvas, so the parent object. Gotcha. Alright, so what do we do from here? So let's see, scene management. Now let's actually edit the script. So we don't really need these. I don't know why it always shows up there. But we do need the scene management. So I'll add that in there. These are all public methods. How's everyone doing now? Okay, so let's first, so we need to start. We'll just add what we, okay, let's remove all the default code here. And let's do private void start. So we do need to start. Well, first we need to serialize a private string. Because I literally already forgot what it was. So I'll have to go in there and figure it out. We do need the UI. Do we need the UI? No, we don't need the UI. So none of this really matters. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Now let's create a start method. We all need a start method. Because we don't really need to start. Actually, what we do need. We don't need to start. There's two ways to do it. We could either do like a. In the start method, we could either add a listener on all these. And that just sets it up for you automatically. But I'm kind of torn between that and doing it yourself in the inspector. I'm just going to opt to do it in the inspector, so yeah. We'll just do that. And we don't really need a debug statement, but we'll just say what this is doing. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Load game, exit game. So load game, we'll figure that out when. Doesn't really do anything now, but you know, I guess we can figure that out whenever. Okay. So new game, load game, exit game. We also need a tutorial one, so we'll do that too. And it would work exactly like this. Load game, which you still have to do, so I'll just add a to do. So in the Unity, this doesn't really do anything, but when you add in the actual build, that's where you'll actually see this happen. So it might look like nothing's happening, but in reality, it's like, okay. So why don't we actually like start setting this up? Just let it load. And what was the scene we had before? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Main menu, test level. Okay, that's what it was, test level. Okay, so that's the first one. Now, what do we do from here? Well, clearly we gotta assign each method to the buttons, so let's do that. So first of all, the way you do that is you take what's in the canvas. It would be the main menu script, and it would be the one I'm on right now is new game, so I'll select that one. And so now we actually performed an on-click event. Obviously, this is kind of meaningless, you know. Sorry. The load gain doesn't do anything except does a debug, but setting it up now makes a lot of sense. So I might as well just get that in there. Okay, so exit button does have a method. So clearly that's already set up. And yeah, tutorial button just prints to the screen, doesn't really do anything. There we go. So clearly this is going to be the starting point of the game. So I think we should be ready to test this out now. As long as I set the test level name where it should be. Alright, let's see if this works. So as you can see, they all like highlight, and I think that's cool. But when I go to the new game, test level couldn't be loaded because it was not added to this. Okay. I know. I see the problem. And that's really easy to miss. Honestly, we don't need this in here. But we do need the test level, so we shouldn't have that issue anymore. So now let's try this out. What's with the lighting? The lighting's off. You know what? I might as well add that in there. Okay, there we go. So I feel like the directional light is universal. Is there a way I can disable that? If anyone knows, hit me up. Okay. Okay, so as far as my House of the Dragon review goes, I'll do like a gameplay loop of this game here, just talking about the review while we talk about it. I'll have to create an outline for exactly where I want to, what I want to talk about first, and I'll give you my personal thoughts on it. So that'll definitely be a thing. It's not going to be like, it's going to be just like me riffing most of the time. But yeah, that's for another day, I guess. Now, what I want to do, and I think this is an interesting thing, is let's go back to the test level really quick and look at the bullets. So, when a bullet, when a bullet is exhausted, so that means like once it hits a bubble and destroys a bubble, it's pretty much useless. I want to change that. I want to undo that basically. So why don't we do that? So let's comment this out and see where we get and create the error trail. So now it's going to tell us where exactly this is called. So right here, actually I have an idea. The more I think about this, I feel like we don't really need to do this anymore. So we could just straight up remove the... We could just like not do the... We could just do the coroutine. We could just do the is exhausted. We could set a delay. We already have set a delay for most of the bullets, so I feel like, you know. Okay, so we've already got, so we don't want to destroy it on is exhausted. I thought it was a good idea, but apparently it doesn't make a lot of sense because we want it to keep doing its thing as long as it's in the scene. So it already destroys it when it becomes invisible, so do we really need to do this? Because otherwise we'll have way too many bullets, but we'll set like a super long delay for each one of them. The silver bullet will have a longer one, so we just gotta make sure we remember which one we set. Okay. So now let's look at the bubble movement. This doesn't matter anymore. We don't want to do this either. And let's see if there's any more issues we've encountered. I don't think there is, but there's always a possibility. Okay. So each bullet has a delay. So this one right here, this delay is 2, which we set manually. This one also is 2. They're all. This one actually should be 4. Why not? But we're not really doing anything with the silver bullet yet. So we'll get to that in a sec. So now let's actually see what happens. So we have a bubble on screen. Zach, if you're watching this from the Buffalo Game Space, you are. I really wish I joined up sooner because I was actually tackling this problem for a while. And now I actually have a clear insight on the incentive structure for the player to time their shots better. So I think that's definitely a good insight. Props to you. Now it looks like we haven't really done anything, but in reality that's... Let's wait a bit until we have more bubbles. The bubble spawner, which is right here, and the bubble spawner, actually the spawner is right here, and this has like spawn interval, so we could set that number a little lower. Let's save all this stuff here. Oh, that's the best spawner. We'll see what happens. A green bubble, hey. Okay, so we have like... Didn't work. I guess that's like a luck shot, you know what I mean? Let's see if this one actually works. Because the silver bullet functions the exact same way. But it does fly away though, which is funny. Staggers a bit. Where's my purple? Here you are. Trying to get a line. See if you can get a line. You could tell, I played way too many roguelikes and bubble shooters, but ultimately my favorite genre is bubble shooters. Okay, so see what happened there? That's what I was aiming for. And yeah, looks like that's way better. There we go. We should do like a combo incentive. So if you somehow gain 3 in a row, you get like bonus points. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a point incrementer, it could be like a text, a pop-up, or something around those lines. I still don't know why they're going right through the floor, but... Okay, that was fun. Somewhere down the line, I might get a sound engineer. Still trying to figure out a good soundtrack for this game. I do like trap, so I might go with that. So if any of you are familiar with trap, the trap genre, hit me up. I would love to work with you. Yeah, like, I feel like sound engineering is like legit. Or I'll probably just go on Fiverr and find someone. But, I mean, I'm open to anything really. So wait, does this also work with the streak system? It's a question worth asking. It's a question worth answering, actually. I don't know. Maybe it's worth asking that. Frick! I can't seem to, like, knock my own bubble off track. What is even going on, dude? Oh, so it does actually apply to the streaks, so that's good. So I don't have to worry about setting that up. So it currently does that. I just want to make sure I don't, you know... I was trying to get a double kill, but, you know... doesn't exactly want me to do it. Okay, so it does actually apply to the streak, so that's the good news. I just wanted to do that again for the pleasure, for the sake of doing it again, I guess. That wasn't actually meant to like test anything. Now, there, if you can actually, it's like billiards, kinda. Well, that's not really the intention of this. See, now I'm getting like swamped. I'm also thinking about doing like a homing beacon, so like it literally finds the bubble of that exact color. And the effect is like, that's like one of the random like, so actually now the more I think about it, one thing I want, like, you know, when you get a streak, one reward would be like a homing beacon, a homing bubble, and that bubble can be of any color, but its purpose is just to, it'll just randomly fly to any of the bubble of that color and destroy them all. It'll essentially seek them all out. It will do like at least 5. And it will avoid colors that are not of that color. So that's one power-up I want to do. Now, in a boss battle, though, I guess it could do, like, I guess it's like attacking a boss like 5 times, but if it's not of that color, then it doesn't really do any damage. So I guess it's kind of useless in a boss fight, but the way I'm thinking of it, I don't know, dude. I'm like torn on how to actually implement that during a boss fight. But we'll figure it out, I'm sure. As long as y'all with me, we'll figure it out. We can do anything. There's a will, there's a way. One of my viewers actually said that, and I thought it was clever. It's a good quote. Hey, there's some purple bubbles here. Let's see that. Oh. There we go. Whoa. See that there? That was lit. So yeah, this is like my grand reveal of my current project I'm working on. Because I'm severely addicted to Bubble Shooter, and I wanted to build my own Bubble Shooter. Was going to use the old 2D assets, but at the same time, it's like... it looks way better in 3D, so I decided to just stick with 3D. So all this was like this, whether to go with 2D or 3D was decided on a whim. Now, 2D game development I'm more familiar with. I don't want to say it's easier. It's definitely like not even remotely close to. But as far as like from my personal, you know, preference, I'm more familiar with 2D game development. So I could have easily done this in 2D. And I actually did start a template in 2D, but then I went on vacation, and now I'm like, now I had a new sense of direction. It does look better in 3D. So I decided to go with that instead. Yeah, if you find games like this interesting, definitely let me know, and we can, you know, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Shameless plug. I'm gonna assume most of you guys are just watching this on YouTube, because pretty much all my VODs go on YouTube at my discretion. Which just means sometimes I decide not to put them on YouTube. Sometimes I do. So this one's definitely going to go on YouTube. If you're watching it on YouTube, then, you know, you already know what decision I made, so it's all good. Let's see if we can get a triple shot. No. There's just not enough momentum for the bullet to go for 3, but it does go for 2, so that's more interesting to note. So maybe we can make these a bit heavier. Give them more mass, maybe? No, probably not. Hey, maybe this is the thing that'll get me streaming for a longer amount of time. I do like games with like strong special effects, so I'm actually glad I went in this direction. instead of a 2D one, which seems a bit bland, honestly, but I don't know, man. I didn't really drink much coffee, and I'm like wired. Ready to have a good time. Okay, I'm about to lose. So okay, that's one thing I forgot to mention. If your bubbles, once you like get to a certain point, right, then that's like an automatic game over. And for that, I plan on pulling up a menu, and it will take you back to the title screen. But before, like the transition though, the transition between game over and title screen, you'll at least see your stats, like your score, like the time you survived, so like 12 minutes, and you know, it will. So the information I want to save is your old score and your new score. So it'll keep track of your highest score. So essentially like a leaderboard system I want to develop. I think that's a great, I feel like I can definitely, I mean that's like more my domain, because it's all about data manipulation. So I feel like that can easily be achieved. And I'm about to lose. See, game over. I already have that logic set up too, so yeah, that's where I'm at right now, and I hope you found this ramble somewhat interesting. Let's make this a prefab too. Nah. Let's delete that one. Yes. Wait a sec, should we do like should we prefab this? Because I really don't want to prefab this, because I'm not sure. Because I feel like eventually I'm going to implement low poly assets. So I feel like this is just like one example of how a spawner could be set up. But okay, wait, let me actually look at the spawner. Spawner is just spawner. So I feel like this would have to be prefabbed. I feel like this would be way better as a prefab than what I had initially. Alright, yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream here for now. And I really hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you're watching this on YouTube, I really appreciate it if you like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. And I do think this game, and I do plan on releasing this on Steam, itch.io first, just to get a taste of it, and then maybe Steam. We'll see how popular it gets. I do plan on, I don't know, itch.io is like buggy for me. Like it breaks whenever I try going on it. It says like the page is not available, so I get that sense that it's down. But when I try it on my phone, it works. I don't know, it's sort of iffy. Maybe it has something to do with my network settings. I have to figure out why that's happening, but I'll do that eventually. Anyway, thank you for watching. Really appreciate the views, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.